Story 1. The Basement Watcher. In a quiet suburban home in Ohio, a family installed hidden cameras after strange noises echoed from the basement at night. They thought it was just rats or the house settling, but the footage told a different story. One evening, the camera captured a shadowy figure creeping down the stairs, pausing to listen for any signs of life above. The intruder, dressed in dark clothes, rummaged through old boxes, whispering to himself as if searching for something specific. What horrified the family most was realizing the figure had been living there for weeks, undetected. The next clip showed the man setting up a makeshift bed in the corner, complete with stolen food from their kitchen. He would emerge only when the house was silent, his eyes gleaming in the infrared light like a predator's. The family reviewed the tapes after finding their pantry raided, their hearts pounding as they watched him stare directly at the camera lens. He seemed oblivious to its presence, but his smile suggested otherwise, as if he knew he was being watched. Police later identified him as a former tenant, evicted years ago, seeking revenge in the shadows. Weeks passed before the family noticed personal items missing, like photos and clothing, all captured on the hidden feed. The intruder even mimicked family members' voices, practicing in the dark to blend in. One night, the camera recorded him climbing the stairs toward the bedrooms, knife in hand. The family awoke to alarms, but the footage showed him fleeing just in time. To this day, they wonder if he's still out there, waiting for another chance. Authorities arrested the man after a tip from the footage, but he claimed the house was his by right. The family moved away, but the hidden camera's final recording showed a faint outline in the empty basement. Was it a glitch, or had he returned? The tapes were submitted as evidence, but some frames remain unexplained. Viewers who analyzed the video swear they see eyes watching from the vents. This story reminds us that sometimes, the real horror is what's hiding right under our feet. Story 2. The Hotel Phantom. A couple on vacation in New Orleans booked a historic hotel room equipped with a discreet security camera for theft prevention. They never imagined it would capture something far more sinister than a burglar. Late at night, the footage showed the door creaking open on its own, a cold mist rolling in from the hallway. A translucent figure appeared at the foot of the bed, staring at the sleeping guests with hollow eyes. The camera's timestamp froze for seconds, as if time itself bent around the apparition. The next morning, the couple complained of nightmares, unaware of the spectral visitor documented on tape. The figure paced the room, whispering inaudible words that distorted the audio feed. Hotel staff reviewed the video after reports of unease, their faces paling at the sight. The entity reached out toward the woman, its hand passing through her arm without waking her. Experts later deemed it a residual haunting from the hotel's dark past as a Civil War hospital. As days went by, the camera caught the phantom growing bolder, knocking over lamps and rearranging furniture. The couple felt watched, but dismissed it as jet lag until seeing the footage. One clip showed the ghost mimicking the man's snoring, as if mocking the living. They checked out early, but the video went viral among paranormal investigators. Skeptics called it a hoax, yet the unaltered metadata proved otherwise. The hotel now warns guests of potential activity, but some seek the room for thrills. Hidden camera archives reveal similar incidents over years, always at midnight. The couple swears they still feel cold touches in their own home. This tale warns that some places hold on to their dead, and cameras can expose them. Never assume you're alone in an old building. Story 3. The Nanny's Secret. A busy parents in California set up nanny cams to monitor their infant while at work. What started as routine checks turned into a nightmare when they spotted unusual behavior. The nanny would enter the room at odd hours, staring at the crib with an unnerving smile. She whispered stories of lost children to the baby, her voice laced with malice. The camera's night vision revealed her eyes reflecting oddly, like those of an animal. Reviewing the tapes, the parents saw her feeding the child strange herbs from her bag. She danced around the room in circles, chanting softly under her breath. One night, she drew symbols on the floor with chalk, invisible in daylight. The baby cried incessantly, but she hushed it with a finger that glowed faintly on film. Horrified, the parents confronted her, but she vanished before police arrived. Further footage showed her sneaking in through windows, even after being fired. She left dolls in the crib, each with pins stuck in them. The camera captured her laughing maniacally as thunder roared outside. Experts identified the symbols as ancient curses from folklore. The family relocated, but the tapes haunted their dreams. Investigations revealed the nanny's history of abductions, though never proven. The hidden camera saved the child, but at what cost to their sanity? Parents now double-check backgrounds, fearing hidden motives. This story highlights the terror of trusting strangers with your loved ones. Always watch the watchers. Story 4. The Apartment Intruder. In a New York high-rise, a single woman installed hidden cameras after feeling eyes on her. The footage confirmed her fears. A man crawling through the vents at night. He would emerge into her living room, sniffing her belongings like a feral beast. One clip showed him trying on her clothes, twirling in front of the mirror. The camera's audio picked up his heavy breathing, echoing through the empty space. She noticed items misplaced but blamed forgetfulness until the tapes revealed the truth. The intruder left notes in drawers, professing twisted love. He watched her sleep from the closet, his silhouette barely visible. Police traced him to the building's maintenance staff. Arrested, he claimed she invited him in dreams. Subsequent videos showed him tampering with locks before his capture. He installed his own cameras, turning the tables on her privacy. The woman moved out, but paranoia followed her everywhere. Analysts found similar patterns in other buildings he serviced. The horror of invasion lingers in urban anonymity. This account urges vigilance in shared spaces. Hidden cameras can expose predators hiding in plain sight. She now advocates for better security in apartments. But some nights, she swears she hears scratching in the walls. Trust no one completely. Story 5. The Forest Cabin Cam. A group of friends rented a remote cabin in the Washington woods, unaware of the owner's hidden surveillance. The cameras meant for wildlife caught human horrors instead. Deep in the night, figures encircled the cabin, their faces masked in animal skins. They chanted in unknown tongues, drawing closer with each verse. The footage shook as if the ground trembled beneath them. The friends dismissed strange sounds as animals until reviewing the tape's post-trip. One figure peeled off its mask, revealing a scarred face grinning wildly. They lit fires around the perimeter, trapping the group inside unknowingly. A camera outside captured them sacrificing a deer, blood splattering the lens. Panic set in as the friends realized they were targeted. Morning light showed the intruders gone, but footprints led to the door. Inside cams revealed one had slipped in, hiding under a bed. He emerged to steal hair clippings from brushes. Authorities linked it to a local cult practicing rituals. The friends escaped, but nightmares persist. Survivors warn against isolated getaways. Hidden cameras preserved evidence of the ordeal. The cult remains at large, blending into society. This story chills with the unknown in nature's embrace. Always check for watchers in the wild. Story 6. The Office After Hours. A corporate executive in Chicago hid cameras in his office to catch a thief. Instead, they recorded ghostly apparitions after midnight. A spectral woman in outdated attire wandered the halls, searching desks. She paused at his chair, weeping silently into her hands. The audio distorted with whispers of betrayal and loss. He watched the footage alone, chills running down his spine. The ghost interacted with objects, papers fluttering without wind. Research revealed she was a former employee who died suspiciously. One night, she pointed at the camera, her eyes pleading for justice. He felt compelled to investigate her unsolved case. Further tapes showed her reenacting her final moments, collapsing dramatically. Colleagues reported cold spots matching the ghost's path. He shared the video with historians, confirming her identity. The building's dark history unfolded, tied to corporate scandals. Peace came only after a memorial. This tale blends corporate greed with supernatural unrest. Hidden cameras bridge the living and dead. He now believes in afterlife echoes. Offices hold more secrets than files. Listen to the silence after hours. Story 7. The Playground Predator. Parents in a Texas neighborhood set up hidden cams at a local playground after child disappearances. The footage exposed a man lurking in bushes, watching kids with binoculars. He approached lone children, offering candies from his coat. One clip showed him grabbing a boy's arm, only to release at a parent's call. His face, captured clearly, matched a wanted poster. Community reviewed the tapes, outrage building swiftly. He returned nightly, digging small holes near swings. Police analyzed the video, finding buried toys from missing kids. Arrest followed, but he denied everything despite evidence. The cameras saved potential victims. Subsequent footage revealed accomplices signaling from cars. They operated a ring, preying on innocents. Parents formed watch groups, armed with tech. The playground now stands empty at dusk. Vigilance turned tragedy to prevention. This story underscores community protection. Hidden cameras deter darkness in open spaces. Children play safer, but scars remain. Predators hide among us. Teach awareness early. Story 8. The Elevator Entity. In a Miami condo, maintenance hidden cameras in elevators caught bizarre events. Doors opened to empty floors, but shadows lingered inside. A humanoid form materialized, pressing buttons erratically. Residents reported malfunctions, unaware of the spectral passenger. The entity banged walls, screams echoing faintly. Technicians viewed the tapes, dismissing glitches until patterns emerged. The figure mimicked riders' gestures from previous days. One night, it trapped a woman, lights flickering wildly. She escaped shaken, describing icy grips. Paranormal teams investigated, linking to a fatal accident. Footage showed the entity growing aggressive, shattering mirrors. Building history revealed an elevator plunge killing a man. His ghost sought company in descent. Evacuations followed until cleansing rituals. Calm restored but tapes preserved. Elevators as portals to unrest. Hidden cameras unveil trapped souls. Riders now take stairs. Mechanical failures mask supernatural. Ascend with caution. Story 9. The Attic Dweller. A family in Michigan discovered hidden cams in their attic from previous owners. Activating them revealed a squatter nesting among boxes. The man built a fort from insulation, surviving on scraps. He peered through floor cracks, spying on daily life. Night vision showed him rocking back and forth, muttering curses. The family heard creaks but blamed age until footage review. He stole food via vents, leaving trails of crumbs. One clip captured him descending ladders silently. He touched sleeping children's hair, retreating at stirs. Horror peaked, police summoned. Arrest uncovered his mental illness, homeless desperation. Tapes showed delusions talking to shadows. Family sealed access, but echoes lingered. Therapy helped heal trauma. Attics hide more than dust. This warns of unseen occupants. Hidden cameras expose invasions. Homes aren't always safe. Check forgotten spaces. Sanity fragile in isolation. Story 10. The Mirror Reflection. A woman in London installed bathroom hidden cams after odd reflections. Footage showed her image lingering after she left. The doppelganger mimicked routines, but with sinister twists. It smiled crookedly, eyes black voids. Audio caught giggles not her own. She watched terrified, questioning reality. The entity interacted with objects, fogging glass with breath. Experts called it a mimic spirit, feeding on vanity. One night, it reached through the mirror toward her. She smashed it, but shards showed fragments. Subsequent cams in shards captured whispers. The spirit relocated to windows. She moved, but reflections haunted. Psychics banished it eventually. Mirrors as gateways. Beware your own face. Hidden cameras reveal duplicates. Vanity invites darkness. Cover reflections at night. Identity not always yours. Story 11. The Car Dashcam Demon. A driver in Arizona equipped his car with hidden dashcams for accidents. They recorded a hitchhiker appearing in the back seat uninvited. The figure, hooded and silent, stared forward unmoving. At stops, it vanished, only to reappear miles later. Audio hissed with static whispers of directions. He reviewed footage after uneasy drives. The entity pointed to detours leading to abandoned sites. One clip showed it touching his shoulder, cold shock felt. Police dismissed as prank, but timestamps proved impossible. Paranormal link to roadside deaths. Tapes showed entity growing, filling mirrors. He abandoned the car, but it followed in rentals. Exorcism freed him. Roads hold lost souls. Drive alone cautiously. Hidden cams capture wanderers. Journeys invite uninvited. Check back seats often. Demons hitch rides. Night drives perilous. Story 12. The School Locker Cam. Teachers in a Florida school hid cams in lockers after vandalism. Footage revealed students possessed during breaks. One girl contorted unnaturally, speaking backwards. Others joined, forming circles of chants. Alarm silent but terror evident. Staff watched in disbelief. The leader drew sigils on walls. Investigation tied to a cult club. Expulsions followed but influence spread. Cams saved evidence. Subsequent videos showed ghosts in halls. School history of tragedies. Cleansing restored normalcy. Youth vulnerable to dark. Monitor gatherings. Hidden cams prevent escalation. Schools breed secrets. Innocence corrupted easily. Educate against shadows. Lockers hold horrors. Story 13. The Beach House Voyeur. Vacationers in California set up hidden cams in a beach rental. They caught a neighbor peeping through windows nightly. He set up telescopes noting movements. One night, he entered via unlocked doors. He collected souvenirs, sniffing air. Renters alerted authorities post-view. Tapes showed obsession, diaries found. Arrest revealed serial behavior. House history of intrusions. Safety restored. Footage viral among renters. Beaches lure watchers. Locked doors seaside. Privacy illusion. Waves mask footsteps. This urges caution. Vacations. Hidden cams protect bliss. Neighbors not always friendly. Sunsets hide dangers. Relax alertly. Story 14. The Hospital Ward Watcher. Nurses in a New York hospital installed hidden cams for patient safety. They captured a doctor administering unknown substances. Patients worsened mysteriously, eyes glazing. One clip showed him laughing at bedsides. Audio revealed confessions of experiments. Staff reported, investigation launched. Tapes exposed malpractice ring. Arrest saved lives. Hospital reformed protocols. Trust eroded. Further footage showed ghostly patients rising. Wards hold death echoes. Cams bridge realms. Healing places tainted. Monitor caregivers. Hidden cams unveil betrayal. Illness invites exploitation. Recovery uncertain. Question authority. Health fragile. Story 15. The Park Bench Phantom. City planners in Seattle hid cams at park benches for crime watch. Footage showed an old man appearing at dusk, vanishing at dawn. He conversed with air, gestures animated. Passers-by ignored, but dogs barked wildly. Audio caught tales of wars long past. Analysts deemed hologram but no tech found. The figure aged backwards in clips. Linked to veteran suicide spot. Memorial erected, appearances ceased. Peace granted. Parks as memory holders. Hidden cams capture history. Benches witness lives. Ghosts seek listeners. Sit thoughtfully. This story honors forgotten. Urban nature blends worlds. Observe surroundings. Phantoms among us. Time loops eternal. Story 16. The Warehouse Intrigue. Workers in an Illinois warehouse set up hidden cams for theft. They recorded rituals among night shift. Employees in robes sacrificed animals. Chants echoed, shadows danced. One worker resisted, vanished next. Management viewed, shocked. Tapes led to cult bust. Warehouse cursed history. Demolition followed. Workers scattered. Footage leaked online. Industry hides darkness. Shifts breed secrecy. Question overtime. Labor perilous. Hidden cams expose underbelly. Goods mask evils. Unite against shadows. Whistleblow bravely. Safety in numbers. Story 17. The Subway Stalker. Commuters in Tokyo installed personal hidden cams on trains. Footage showed a woman following the same man daily. She mimicked his moves, inching closer. One day, she whispered threats in ear. He noticed too late. Confrontation ensued. Police used tapes for arrest. She claimed possession by spirit. Subway hauntings common. Exorcism performed. Calm restored. Trains as hunting grounds. Hidden cams deter pursuit. Crowds hide hunters. Commute aware. Tracks lead dangers. This warns urban travel. Strangers pose risks. Document suspicions. Escape routes plan. Arrival uncertain.